Y'all know the saying, you don't leave fish to find fish. So we're back. We're gonna see if we can whack on them some more with the BFS gear and the little Ned crawl. Let's go fishing. Spent a bunch of time thinking about it, and I just couldn't shake the thought of you don't leave fish to find fish. The bite's super tough out here. So I think when you find them, you gotta capitalize on it. So we're back to the old community hole. Let's see if we can't put something together here. It's not nearly the sweat fest it was when I was here last, but it's gonna be. Actually, I think yesterday was the hottest. Today's only gonna be 102. Well, hope you're not an indication of what's to come, but thanks for playing. Other than it just making sense to not leave fish to find fish, another factor in my decision to come right back here was that I spent some time cruising around yesterday after everything was overheating. I'd get the boat up on plane to cool down, and I'd pull into my historically favorite weed beds, and man, no joke, everyone I pulled into, dead. Brown tannic water. The state must have come and obliterated every weed bed with those little pellets. I don't get it. The weeds are what help clear up the water, if I'm not mistaken. Why don't they work on getting rid of these carp that keep dredging up all the nutrients that make more algae? I don't know why the weed beds are a problem. Yeah. I'm no lake manager, so what do I know? Both the GoPros had overheated yesterday at the same time, but I had hooked a catfish over there by that dock, and by the end of the fight on 6-pound test, we were right here where the boat's sitting now. Trying to finesse that thing to the boat. I think what ended up happening was that catfish finessed the boat to him. I didn't weigh it, but it was somewhere in that 15, 16-pound class. A couple of ladies on the shore right there that were amazed how big that thing was. Okay, sun has crested over the mountain. Thankfully it's behind some clouds. It's gonna buy me the time I need to get to that point and around it. Maybe I should have just started where the bite dropped off yesterday, I don't know. This time of day I really want to be throwing topwater. Just doesn't seem to be the ticket. A little concerning that I haven't pulled a fish off of any of this yet. That's not a bad sign that they left. There's one. Good morning, little fella. Oh, you little ones are such rascals. Okay. We have a good size trend going. Unlike yesterday, they kept getting smaller. Today, they're getting bigger. There's fish here, so that's good. Hopefully the big ones didn't move out and the little ones moved in. I really hope these bass aren't being super color specific. I was doing great on the red and black. But now that I'm on the Bama bug, it's more orange and green pumpkin. I don't know. Doesn't have the same vibe. For how Clear Lake has been fishing, yesterday I was crushing it. Little fish. Oh, geez. I snapped that out of the rocks and he grabbed it right up. Okay, that's a better fish. Worked our way up to the 2-pound class. Ooh. $7:30 and I already got GoPros overheating. For those of you that film, you know what kind of day this is going to be. Okay, we're getting into them now. I can just tell. This is the spot. What's up with all you littles? Where did the big ones from yesterday go? I mean, I'm grateful for you. Thanks. But, a little confused. Where have all the big bass gone? I need a big fat bottom girl. Let's see if we can keep that GoPro alive now that it's in the shade. I don't think they're feeling the orange so much. It's such a good looking bait though. Clear Lake bass are so finicky though. Oh, there's one. What? You jam me up in the rocks? There's one. Get it. Really? Let's see what we got. That feels like a much better fish. There we go. That's more like it. Right in the roof of the mouth. Perfect hook set. Well, Ned Craw did work. It's good fish, healthy fish. Thank you. That's more like it. Thank you, Clear Lake. Here I am freaking out about colors and styles and speeds. That was one of the ones. Not a monster, but that's a Clear Lake standard. Those are the kind of fish you come here and you're happy about, and anything better than that, you're ecstatic about. And like I said in past videos, catching those fish on BFS gear, 6-pound line, medium rod, I mean, those fish just feel fantastic. Catching an 8-pounder would be a little problematic, admitted. But you just have to finesse them, maybe chase them a bit. And heck, I'm pulling in 15-pound plus catfish on these things. You can do it. Just gotta make sure your drag is set right. Dude, seriously, Ultrex? Stop making all that noise. Thank you. Matt, shh. Feels like another good one. Oh yeah. A little angry about being caught too. Okay. Good morning. You're another slab of meat. Chunky, chunky. Can you flash? Thank you. Well, we're off to a good start. It's been a good morning of fishing. Be awesome if there was a big queen tubbers over here. We'll see. I really want to put a sandwich in my face. I only hope there's big bass down there that want to put a Ned Craw in their face just as bad as I want that sandwich. That one thought about it. So Ned rig fishing. Super simple. Catches fish. Without question. There's a reason it's such a craze, and it has been for a few years. Use the absolute lightest head you can use for your conditions. That'll get that bait to sink and keep contact with the bottom. And then you just slow drag. You can make little tiny hops. When I have a craw bait on like this, you've probably noticed I'll pick it up and give it a couple of pumps so it gets that movement like a crawfish swims. and then I'll just let it settle back down. I can't guess how many fish I've caught Ned rigging. But percentage-wise, I'm going to say it's probably 35%. Maybe more. Such a simple little bait. Is the Ned rig the most exciting way to fish? No. No, it's not like crankbaits or swim baits. Can you successfully fish it while you eat a sandwich? Absolutely. I usually don't do this unless I'm jig fishing, but Ned rig is not all that dissimilar from jig fishing. I just have to remember I have 6-pound line on here and a little Ned rig head, not a jig. So my hook set has to be appropriate. I lost one yesterday because I laid into it like it was a jig hook. Well, when you try eating with bass hands, I mean, my hands reek of bass right now, which is great. It's a good problem to have. But that tasted like a peanut butter and bass sandwich. I'm not gonna lie. Ugh. I'm gonna let these fish rest for a second. I've really put a whacking on them. Yeah. There's one. Good morning. Come on up here, you football. You are a good fish. Meaty. Look at these things. I mean, they're built like tanks. Absolute tank. Yeah, a little fray on the line. Better retie that. I mentioned it yesterday. I don't know if I made the video cut or not. But I'm tying a Palomar knot on these. And the only reason I'm doing that is because I'm using, let's see, which rod is this? This one's 8-pound fluoro. It could probably handle it, but the other ones are 6-pound fluoro. I just don't know that a loop knot is going to be strong enough. But I think I would like a loop knot just to impart a little more free action on this Ned rig. But it seems to be working, so I don't know that a loop knot would be any better. The things we think about when we're line watching and have idle time. That was a nice fish right there. Stocky, built like an absolute football. Good weight to it for such a compact fish. Bonus fish. It's hot. I wonder if Paul Bailey's still guiding out here. I've been cool to go on a spring trip with him. Chucking big baits. I got a lot to learn in that arena. Aren't many better dudes to learn from. Should look into that. Did you guys want to see that? He had a YouTube channel a couple of years ago, but he hasn't been active on it for a while. Like a couple of years. I think I've seen him on like Stoked on Fishing, some things like that. So I'm pretty sure he's still around. I think I might look into that. Booking a guide day with Big Bait Bailey. Man, as soon as that sun gets on the algae, it just starts blooming. I still think it was the right move. You don't leave fish to find fish. If I had gone somewhere else and blanked, I would have just been struggling with the thought of, dummy, don't leave fish to find fish. So I just can't see a world where this wasn't the right move for me. That's a good one. Oh, he got off. Dude. Hot. I don't know how long these GoPros are going to make it in this direct sun. There's one. No! Two in a row to lose? Unacceptable. Grr! Only thing more frustrating than losing fish is just not finding fish at all. Ugh, it's gross. Okay, this day is about done. It's wicked hot and the GoPros won't stay running. So let's just beat the bank a little bit. See if we can finish strong with another bite or two. My wife made me a ton of tinga and rice, and it is wicked good. But other than that, I'm out of food at the house. So I think on the way home, I'm gonna hit old KFC. Get myself a bucket of original recipe with some coleslaw and biscuits. My girl is so good to me. She totally supports me coming down here. She sends me with amazing food. Hope you guys are as fortunate as I am. Come on, you big girls. One more big tubbers would make my day. It's been a good day already. But it can always be better. I wonder if I can repeat this pattern in the redbud arm. Find them on Wheeler Point, Lubo Point. Wheeler's more like this, rocky and got some shade pockets. I couldn't find them there the day before, but I wasn't fishing like this either. Wouldn't mind hooking another catfish like yesterday. That'd be a good way to end the day. Big bass would be even better. Oh, handle burning my hand. set this fish on the deck. It's too hot. Well, we came back to fish that we found because you don't leave fish to find fish, and we were able to whack on a couple more. We got a couple good quality fish. We lost a couple good quality fish. And overall, I'd say that the size diminished a bit. I think we've about fished out this area. So I'm gonna try and replicate it somewhere else. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find that this afternoon because it's hot, hot, hot. I'm a sweaty, disgusting mess. I can't keep the GoPros on, they keep overheating. I found this last little patch of shade to pull in and hopefully get through this outro. But we did the same thing we did yesterday. BFS gear. I really like these Cast King Zephyr reels. They're an affordable way to get yourself entered into the world of BFS. And you get yourself a medium light rod, something in the 6.5, 7 foot range. Put on some 4 to 8 pound fluorocarbon and you're good to go. The bait that got it done, this little Savage Gear Ned Craw. The black and red seemed to do better yesterday. This is the Alabama Craw, but it got hooked up with a few today. Super grateful for them. Glad we found them. Glad you came along. We'll catch you next time. See ya.